Good evening everybody, welcome to Yoga Sculpt with me Debbie from Hearts Health Club in Crosby. We are part of 3D Leisure, bringing you live classes at home. I hope you're all well this evening. Now you'll be glad to know that this class this evening is going to be quite chilled. We've got some nice chilled music and we're going to do the whole of the class on the ground. Okay, so we're going to actually begin on all fours, so into horse stance. So let's get into position. Hope you're all well, everybody. So hands are going to come directly underneath the shoulders and knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to add some movement with our spines. We're just going to take our hips all the way over to the right side, your left side at home, good. And then draw in centre. And then take the hips over to the opposite side, good. Now I want you to continue this in your own time. As you take the hips over, we're going to look in the same direction that the butt is going. So as you bring it over to the left, take your eye gaze over that left shoulder and then back centre and then switch and change. So this just feels so nice through the spine, warming through all the vertebrae. Give me two more. Might get a few little creaks in the spine and then release in centre. We're going to come to a nice cat stretch, so we're going to draw the belly in, curve the spine up, relax the head down, beautiful cat stretch, and then we're going to reverse the action. So we're going to take the tailbone up, head up and look up towards the sky. Amazing. So again, we draw in, now take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale through the mouth, lift and reach. Inhale through the nose, curve, and then exhale slowly with the breath. Give me two more, breathe in. Exhale, full breath. One more, inhale, curve. Exhale fully. Amazing, well done. Come back to your neutral spine position. Now with our Yoga Sculpt, we do use some light weights. If you've got cans of beans or anything to hand, we're going to take hold of them. Don't worry if you haven't got any and you don't need any in particular. But we're going to take hold of our little 1 kilogram weights here. We're going to keep the right hand down, or your left hand at home, directly underneath that shoulder. Now with the left hand, we're going to take the weight and we're going to reach the weight forwards. And then just bring the weight all the way back. Good. We're going to breathe in, lift the weight. Exhale and bring the weight all the way back. Fantastic. So we're remaining in this horse stance, which is a strong pose. Reach back. Well done. Lift and hold here. Now at the same time, we're going to lift the right leg up off the ground or your left leg at home and hold there. We're going to bend the elbow and bring it back towards the hip. And at the same time, we're going to bend this right leg. Good. And then reach all the way out. So you can feel what's happening through your core right now. Pull back, elbow wide, heel back to the butt, and then reach forwards. Amazing work. Give me two more. Pull back. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, pull back. Hold here, hold. Now flex that right foot. And all we're going to do is lift the heel higher to the sky. At the same time, lift up that left elbow. Well done. Bring the knee into the chest. Elbow into knee. And we're going to reach and take it back out again. So there's a bend in this left elbow. Bring it back in centre. Amazing work. Give me two more. Lift. Breathe in. Exhale, lift. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, lift and hold. Hold here. And then release down. Stretch back into your child's pose, all the way back. Big stretch back. Absolutely amazing. And then just come back in center. So obviously we're going to do this now on the left side. So left hand down to the ground. We're going to take hold of the weight with the right hand. And we're going to reach the arm forwards. And then take that arm all the way back. Good. Feel that rotation through the shoulder. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, pull back. Amazing work. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, pull back. Well done. So this time we're going to reach that right arm forwards. Hold. And then we're going to extend the left leg all the way back. Amazing work. Now, bend the elbow and bend the knee. Well done. And then reach forward. So if you visualize this right elbow coming back towards that right hip, but we're keeping the elbow lifted, reach forwards. Good. You've got 2 more. Heel back. Extend. Give me another one, heel back, and this time we hold here. Now can you lift that leg higher, lift the elbow, and then we're going to bring the elbow into the knee. Ooh. Push back and lift. Fantastic. Bring it back in. Lift, elbow right out to the side. Superb, bring the knee in. Lift. You've got 1 more. How are we doing? Bring the knee in. Lift and hold. Flex that foot, lift the elbow. And then release down. Stretch back to child's pose. Well done. Great work. Absolutely fantastic. Now, from this position, we're going to come down onto our elbows. We're going to work through the core. So into a plank position, we're going to take the right leg back and then the left leg back so that we're in that full plank. And we're just going to hold this position here. We're going to add a little bit of movement. Now your option, if you're really struggling with this, you can drop the knees to the ground. But ultimately try and lift the knees up and press back through the heels. Well done. So we're going to add some movement. We're going to breathe in, draw yourself forward. And then as you exhale, press back through the heels. Good. Breathe in, draw forwards. Exhale, press back through the heels. Draw forwards, inhale. Exhale, press back. Last one, draw forward. Exhale, press back and hold, 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 hold. It's amazing, really well done. And then from there, just drop the knees, release the hips to the ground, release the toenails back. And we're just going to separate the hands with the palms lifting up towards the sky. So maybe just a nice Sphinx pose here. And we just breathe. Absolutely fantastic work. Now we're going to work through the upper back. We are going to come back to that plank. I am going to warn you later. But before we do, we're going to try and keep the right this left palm lifted, or your right hand at home. At the same time, we're going to pick up the weight with the right hand. Good. So this left palm is lifted here, or your right palm at home. We're just going to lift up the right arm and then release down. Good. And again, we're going to lift up and release down. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out, lift. And release down. Well done. We're going to change hands. So the right palm is lifted. We're going to take hold of the weight in the left hand. So do you see what's happening here? We have to just squeeze the glutes to keep ourselves in this position. So we're going to take the arm all the way out. We're going to breathe in, exhale and lift. Breathe in, release down. Exhale, lift. Good. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Amazing work. Release the weight down. Palms lifted up to the sky again, and just feel that release through the lower back. Now this is going to feel nice. We're going to bring the legs together. We're going to take the hands, lower the chest down, take the hands by the chest. And we're just going to lift to our upward facing dog. So we're going to peel the thighs up off the ground, strong arms, and hold here. Amazing. Drop to the knees, stretch back to child's pose. It's going to be very slow. So if you do suffer with your lower back, this is going to be like pain and pleasure. When you have back trouble, if you do nothing, it just gets progressively worse. We're going to come back to the full plank as I promised. I stick to my word. We're going to come down onto the elbows. We're going to tuck the toes in behind us. We're going to peel the knees up off the ground and press back through the heels. So don't forget your option. You can drop the knees if you wish. We're going to add that movement. So we're going to breathe in, come forwards. Exhale and press back. Amazing work. Breathe in, draw forwards. Exhale, press back. Give me 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, drop to the knees and release the chest to the ground. Well done. Turn your head to one side and just have a little relax there for a moment. Well done. Now we're going to pick up both of the weights. We're going to try and squeeze our legs together behind us. We're going to take the weights and we're going to take the hands back behind you. So you're on like a surfboard. Okay. Now from here, we're going to slowly squeeze the glutes and peel the chest up off the ground. At the same time, lift the arms behind you. We're going to come to Pilates swim legs. So we're just going to flap the legs up and down as though you're swimming. Now, at the same time, with these weights, we're going to lift them up and down, and up and down. So you feel what's happening through the back muscles. Completely working those muscles around the lower spine. At the same time, I'm working a bit of triceps. Now, can you push and pulse those triceps a little bit more? 4, 3, 2, and release down. Well done. Elbows out to the sides and turn the head in the opposite direction than you had before. Just completely release the shoulders. Amazing work. So just before we finish on this, we're going to bend both legs back. Elbows out to the sides. We're not going to use the weights on these because it is quite tough. We're going to squeeze the legs up towards the sky at the same time, lifting the elbows out and then release down. Keep the feet flexed. So we lift again, lift and hold, and then release down. Give me 2 more. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in. Last one. Lift. Absolutely amazing, and release down. Well done. Sit back onto your heels into your child's pose with the knees out wide and the toes in center. So just sit the weight back and reach the arms forwards. Well done. So picking up the weights again, we're going to take the right arm and thread it through the left. So we're picking up that weight here, dropping the shoulder down. At the same time, we're going to pick up the weight into this left hand or your right hand at home. And very slowly, we're just going to reach the arm all the way up and then release down. So we're having that range of motion through the shoulders, lift all the way up and release down. At the same time, sitting the weight back towards your heels. Amazing work. Give me 2 more. Last one. Well done. Now, still staying on this side, I'm just going to lift the chest and take the right elbow to the ground. It's as though you're bringing the weights together here. Take your eye gaze all the way over the shoulder. Now with the top arm, with this left arm or your right arm at home, we're just going to take the arm back and then bring it down. It's a very small range of movement. So you're going to find that you're not going to have much range of movement there unless you're very flexible in the shoulders. Last one. Great twist, well done. Release. And this time we're going to bring this left arm through, or the right hand at home, bring it all the way through, drop the shoulder down. Bring the palms of the hands together. We're going to breathe in. As you exhale, lift up that top arm and then release down. Lift and reach. Release. Exhale, lift. Give me 2 more. Last one. Lift. And release. Well done. So we're going to prop ourselves up onto the elbow here. Bring the palms of the hands together if we can. So don't forget, this range of movement is quite small. Just enjoy that twist, looking over the shoulder. We're going to breathe in. And as we exhale, just lift the top elbow and release down. Got less range of movement on this one for some reason. Here we go in. Last one. Well done. And release. We're going to ease ourselves back up slowly. Just sitting here for a moment. Fantastic work. Well done. Bring the elbows into the sides. We're just going to open the elbows out and then bring them back in centre. If you're not comfortable sitting in this position, you can just take a seat on your butt. Your legs out straight. Just feel that rotation through the shoulders again. So we've had some good range of movement through the shoulders this evening. Last one. Now, reach the arms all the way out. We're going to bring the elbows in as though they're coming in towards the rib cage and then lift and extend out. Breathe out as you pull in. Inhale as you lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull in. Last one. Well done. I'm going to take a seat now. So just sitting all the way down. We're going to extend our legs out. Well done. Into our seated stick pose, we're just going to extend those legs all the way out and flex the feet. We're going to pick up our weights. We're just going to reach the weights forwards. Well done. Just holding the weights exactly where they are. We're going to breathe in, and as we exhale, lift the right leg just a couple of inches. Good. Release down. Exhale, lift leg. And then release. Breathe in. Exhale, lift right. Breathe in. Exhale, lift left instead of leg. Did you get onto that? Breathe in. Exhale, lift right. Yeah, just went with it. Breathe in. Exhale and lift. Now this time, we're going to lift and hold the right leg, and we're just going to hold there. So just hold, hold, hold. Keep flexing the foot. Ooh, amazing. Release down, breathe in. Exhale, lift left and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Absolutely superb, well done. So we're going to feel a twist in the spine now. We're going to pull in this left leg, the right leg at home, and we're going to lift it up and take it over the right leg. Well done. Now at the same time, with the right elbow is going to come over to the outside of the thigh if you can. Take the left hand down behind you. I'm just going to look over the left shoulder and feel that wonderful twist. We're just going to hold it there. Beautiful, release very slowly. We're going to add some weights to this in a minute, but just not now. So hug in the right leg. You might need to stay there. If you can, take it over the left thigh. Either hug in here or take the elbow over if you want a little bit more of a rotation through that spine. And who wouldn't on a Tuesday night? Absolutely amazing, release. We are going to use a weight now, so we're going to switch and change legs. Bring the left leg in, take it all the way over. So this time, bringing the right elbow over, left hand down behind you. We're going to pick up a weight into this right hand, and we're going to rotate and then release the weight down. Good. Rotate and bring it down. Now, if you can at the same time, look over that left shoulder. Last one. Hold here, hold, hold, hold. Amazing work, and release. Let's change legs. Going to take the leg over. Elbow all the way over that thigh if you can. Now before you twist, just try and lift and lengthen the spine and then feel that rotation. So the hand is going to rotate down and then we're going to bring it all the way up. Good. Bring it down and lift. At the same time, if you can look over the shoulder, that would be amazing. And give me two more. Last one. Well done. And release from there. So we're going to have a few little stretches now. We're going to bring this right foot to the inner left thigh. Well done. Now your hips, you want to face forward. Very slowly, we're just going to creep our hands down towards the ankle to a position that feels comfortable for you. Relax your breath, and with every exhalation, just feel yourself creep lower to the ground. And just enjoy this pose. Just breathe. Everybody, ease back very slowly. I'm going to change legs. Do you think something's wrong with me on a Tuesday night, making it nice and easy? We're going to ease our chest down very slowly. Flexibility exercises are not easy anyway. If you're struggling with your knee, you might need to take the foot a little bit further away and then just ease yourself down. It's all about just listening to your body. Get the maximum out of your body that you can without force. going to take both legs all the way out now. Just extend the legs. We are going to bring our weights in centre. So picking up the hips, just shuffle the hips back, flexing the feet, and just feel that stretch all the way through the inner thighs. Okay, so we are going to use our weights. We're going to take our weights all the way up to the sky. Hold here, breathe in, and then as you exhale, just ease yourself forward very slowly to a point that feels good for you, and then you can inhale and lift all the way up. We're going to open the arms out to the sides. Good. Take a nice deep breath in, lift. Exhale, come forward slowly. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arms out. Great core stability, well done. Inhale, lift. And then on the exhalation on this one, very slowly, we're going to keep our hands down to the ground if you can, and just relax through the shoulders there. Amazing work, well done everyone. Ease back very slowly, just put the weights to the side for a moment. I'm just going to bring the legs in into seated star pose. Just ease your hips closer towards your heels. And then if it feels good for you, just release the hips. And just little pulsy movements. Well done. I literally don't know where the time goes when we do this class. It's just bizarre. I think someone gets the arms clock and just takes it all the way around. We're going to ease our nose towards our toes very slowly. And then release back nice and easy. Lengthen the legs out. And everybody, give yourselves a little round of applause. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'm having a hot chocolate tonight before bed. A little shower and then hot chocolate. Well done everybody. I hope you have a peaceful night's sleep. And I shall see you at 7:30 in the morning for our weight training class. Won't I? Well done everybody. It's nice to see you in.